guys, it's me, Juliet, your Scorpion Goddess, the creator and owner of Scorpion Goddess Spiritual Healing, and we are at it again with Tarot of the Week. It is March 29th, and we just had a full moon in Libra, and not just a regular full moon, but a super full moon, and the first full moon of this new astrological year. If you didn't catch my moon circle yet, I have a link in my description box down below, and I explain all of the astrology behind what this full moon means, how it's going to affect us, depending on your rising and your sun sign, how and which house this will be affecting you. And then I get into a meditation. If you feel like you haven't released what you needed to from this full moon, you can still do it. There's still time, because full moons are felt 3 days before and 3 days after. So again, my full moon circle is in the description box down below if you have not yet done anything for the full moon. And like I said, it's still totally relevant. The energies are still with us, because today the moon is still in Libra. Now, I also want to let you guys know that if you like my videos, please give them a thumbs up. Don't just watch it and be like, oh yeah, that was a good video. I need you to give me a thumbs up, and I need you to comment, because this helps get my content out there. The more you comment, the more it builds up with me being able to reach out to a broader audience. That's how the algorithm works here on YouTube. So please do that. Please comment. Even if it, just comment. I need the comments, I need the likes. And the shares too. These really, really help out a lot, big time. And let me see, what else? Oh, Tipsy Tarot. I was featured, as I am once a month, on the Media Virus podcast. If you guys want to check that out, that is also in the description box down below. We get into the Tipsy Tarot, I believe, at 1 hour and 4 minutes, and there's a timestamp on the video also. So if you go to the comments from the Media Virus podcast, there's a timestamp and it'll say Tipsy Tarot, and you click on that, and there I give a Tipsy Tarot reading, and it's a lot of fun to do. And if you want to check out the full podcast, please feel free to. They're a great group of people. They're very funny, very sarcastic, but they talk about real issues too. Now, let's get into this week's tarot reading, right? Let's see, what is the energy of the collective for this week. Oh, and because it's the end of March, we're going to be doing April predictions for each sun, moon, and rising sign, so keep an eye out for that for this week. If you have not yet clicked the bell to get notified whenever I post a video, make sure you do that, so then you get notified on April 1st when your video comes out to see what's the prediction for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Alright, so as a collective, I want to see what's the energy. I mean, we're in post full moon, so what I'm already channeling before reading the tarot is that we're really winding down, and I feel like there's a lot of like tired, kind of draining energy. We are going to be going into the Scorpio moon in I believe tomorrow, and with the sun in Aries and the moon in Scorpio, they can go one of two ways. You can either get very aggressive and emotional and hyperactive, or you can have the complete opposite where you're drained and emotional. So things you can do to boost that would be meditating. I think this is going to be what I'm picking up on. This is a really important week to ground yourself. Ground yourself with the relationships that you have. Ground yourself with all the stuff that you released from this full moon. For slowing down, this week is going to be kind of slow, and I feel there's just this like we've been smacked by this wave of, oh, I have no energy to do anything, and it's just this slow down, wind down time, at least for the beginning of the week. But that's the energy that I'm channeling and picking up on. Now I want to see what the cards have to say for the collective. Let's see, just for this week, or when you're watching this, what is something that you need to hear? And keep in mind, these are general messages too. So if you would like to book a private one-on-one reading with me, you can do that if you go into my description box. I have a bunch of links. You can go to my Instagram. My Facebook is where you would book an appointment. So to start out with, we have the Six of Wands, and then we have the Death, and we have the Two of Swords. And was I not just saying how the sun is in Aries and the moon will be going into Scorpio. Now, if you're not familiar, wands in tarot represent fire, and Aries is a fire sign. Scorpio rules death, or death rules Scorpio, whichever way you want to say it. So it's pretty funny. So it's like we're starting this week out strong with feeling victorious. I feel like, again, the highlight has to do with relationships. That's what this full moon was about, and I feel like that's what we're starting this fresh new week out with, is feeling victorious with the relationship, setting up new boundaries. We have said goodbye, we've put things to bed, we've put the ego to rest with ourselves. We're saying goodbye to a version of ourselves. We're saying goodbye to relationships that we've had with people. We're saying goodbye to not having actual real boundaries to protect ourselves, because we've been giving away too much energy where we haven't been getting the same in return, where it hasn't been an equal exchange, and vice versa. And then we have the Two of Swords, and this is something that we're battling. I feel like mentally, like we feel like we've done this, but it's something we have to keep reminding ourselves and finding that balance of an equal exchange of give and take. And this is something that we're, again, battling mentally. Is I know I shouldn't do this. So it's like we're gonna find ourselves being, again, tested, like I said last week, but not in a sense where people are going to be testing you where you want to fight somebody, but more of you're being tested of put up those boundaries, put up those boundaries, put up those boundaries, and that equal give and take. And again, I'm getting, it's okay to speak up, it's okay to not say anything, and it's okay to change your mind. This is a theme that I've been picking up for the past few weeks, of letting people know that it's okay that you changed your mind. You don't have to fully go through with what you originally wanted to do, because now you have a shift and you're feeling like, oh, this doesn't really sit well with me, and I'm going to kind of take a step back, go back to the drawing board, looking more within, and the right people are going to be coming and be gravitating to you, right? Yeah, and it's just this whole thing of like that equal give and take, again, with these relationships that we have with people. We have to keep reminding ourselves, we have to keep putting that practice, because practice makes perfect. You have to keep putting in that that sense of, I'm going to give this, and I'm going to give this because I know I'm going to get the same in return. And I'm not going to give you this because I know you will not give me the same return. So you need to put those boundaries on yourself of saying like, I know this person. I know their kind of energy. I know in this relationship, I give more than I actually get back. So I need to keep reminding myself, don't do this, because not to be petty, but it's because this is how I'm going to protect myself. And it's that shift of letting that part of yourself go, again, with that death and that ego, and that's how we get into this feeling empowered and victorious. And again, the right people are going to fall in line and want to follow you and celebrate with you and give you that same equal energy that you want to give to other people. It's about that, it's the law of attraction, and it's like we're being in this place of discovering that this week. You may even meet somebody or a version of yourself too that, like, I say pay attention to your dreams, especially around the full moon. Maybe you guys got some very prominent dreams of like overcoming something that's been bothering you for the past 6 months or so, since October, since we had the new moon in October, the new moon in Libra that we had this past October. So pay attention to that also. Yep. 10 of Cups, wrapping things up, feeling victorious. Again, this whole victorious, I feel like this is a theme this week. This is where our emotions and our actions are going towards. This is what we're working towards this week. We're going towards this feeling of completion, love, respect, family, familiarity, being around like your soul tribe, your soul family, your intuitive, just people that you really vibe with. It's like you're finding this connection of people that, and not even, some of you are finding, like I said, there's going to be a new person coming in, somebody you're really going to connect with this week, but I also feel like you guys are going to be discovering a new group of people that you really connect with. And I also feel like there's going to be a deepening in your relationships that you already have. So I feel like some people are going to be having some really good, intense heart-to-hearts. And this, I mean, because the word intense is coming up, this could even be around when we have the Scorpio moon for those 2.5 days, because Scorpios are intense. And again, we do have the death card. So I feel like beginning midweek, Tuesday to first part of Thursday, we're going to have maybe some intense connections with people, or with our families, or people that we consider family, or want to have a closer connection with, where we're like, hey, like, we haven't really talked about this, but like, I feel this way. I feel like that's really the energy of what's going to be going on. Let's see what else. Hey, yeah, see, and again, we're moving into new directions. We're moving in new directions. And once again, with this fire energy, new opportunities are going to be brought upon us, but I want to say be careful of, because this is a great combination right here, right? We're reaching to this place of love, completion, the family, the home, the connections, the everything that we want, right? Everything that we want. And we're ready to take action in this new direction. But I want you to be careful of, if it sounds too good to be true, it's because it is. So be aware of somebody trying to scam you. Okay, if it sounds too good to be true, don't believe it. You need to be aware of that. And that again comes into this with putting up those boundaries, with that Two of Swords, of finding that equal give and take. So if you feel like this person's too good to be true, they're saying something that's just like, well, what can I give back to this? It's because it's too good to be true. It's not right. So again, with that, I said, going back to the drawing board, things changing your minds. So with this situation that may be presented to some of you, where it's like, wow, this is like picture perfect, like there's no issues, what's the catch? The catch is you're being scammed, you're being played. So just be aware of that. But another thing is too, is a lot of us are going to be, I don't want to say the manifesting, but I feel like a lot of us are doing this journaling, making vision boards. I feel like vision boards are a really big heightened thing this week, or even just talking about what we want, and again, writing it down, whether it's like actually in a book or writing it down somewhere online. If you have a blog that's coming out for some reason, the word blogs, if you've been thinking about doing a blog, do it. That impulsiveness of, let's just do it, let's just go, this sounds like a great idea, do it. But be aware of, it sounds too good to be true. But if you keep putting in that action of moving forward in the direction that you want to go, with the dreams and the stuff that you have been wanting to do and focusing on, and again, going back to 6 months ago in October, whatever it is that you said to the new moon in Libra that you were manifesting, now it's like we're taking action, we're moving in that direction. It's time to like physically get up and move, right? All right, now I want to get into, let's do some oracle cards. So let's see, for the daily crystal inspiration, let's see what these cards have to say. Hey, take action. I was just saying, take action. So, and it's funny because we have red jasper, and I have red jasper right in front of me, and I was like, I need to play a root chakra because I feel like grounding is lacking for everybody. So if you hear the sound in the background, that's the root chakra playing. And the root chakra connects to red, and again, red jasper, and the fact that this came out with taking action. And I was just talking about with this Three of Wands, taking action, taking those steps forward, moving forward. Taking action, Aries season. Aries is all about taking action. This week, take the action, go forward. With things that you have been wishing for, wanting, manifesting, now it's time to actually put it, like, physically do something about it. That's what this is saying. Work with red jasper too this week. If you guys don't have any red jasper crystals, there's you can go to your local crystal shops, go on Etsy, see with which witches, or crystal shops that are online that have red jasper. I personally do not have red jasper on my Etsy store, but I do have a root chakra candle which does have red jasper crystals on it, if you'd be interested in that too. The link for my Etsy shop is also in the description box down below. And then we also have aventurine, create your own luck. And again, it's funny because one of the crystals that works really well with Libra is aventurine. And it's all about creating your own luck. Obviously, this has to do with wealth, money. So whatever it is that you're taking action towards is what is going to come back to you tenfold. So if you're thinking about investing in yourself this week, putting money into something that you love, your dreams, this is the time to do it. But again, if someone is presenting something that seems too good to be true, don't go with it. But you can create your own luck and find out what you can do for yourself. Because there's tons of like outlets out there where you can figure out like, okay, well, what is it that I can do without having to go to a third party to get investments and whatever it is in myself. So, and that can be with anything. It doesn't have to be money-wise. Like, abundance and luck come in all many different forms. Love, whatever, all of that. Now, actually, I want to do the Starseed deck. I haven't used this deck in such a long time, but they want me to use them, so let's see. For everybody this week, what is something Starseeds? Damn. They really wanted me to use them. So they flew out like that. So we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. So some of you have been dealing this week with old habits, past habits, bad habits, and that sense of, I was talking about the root chakra, right? And the root chakra is finding its grounding. When your root chakra is off balance, you're trying to control everything around you. You're trying to control the people around you. That's why I said we need to work with the red jasper. So this week is you need to loosen up. You need to ground yourself. You need to find yourself from within and stop. Be aware of where you get into this place of, oh, I gotta control this situation. When your anxiety starts to peak within this week, remember that no matter how anxious you get about a situation, it will not change the outcome. So this is something to be aware of. Just loosen your grip. And again, like I was saying with the meditation, meditating is going to be a high, like, focal key point for this week. Meditating, finding yourself, grounding, working within. Because when you want things to happen on the outside, you got to fix whatever is on the inside. And that's how you create everything around you. And then we have the Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer, right? So whatever it is that you're devoted to, take that action, put that passion into it. We're in Aries season again. Aries is very passionate. They're all about taking action. They're ruled by Mars. They want what they want. They go after it. And I'm going to wrap it up with a self-care card, because we always need a little self-care in the week, because we can always, no matter how good your week is going, sometimes there's just that place where you're like, oh, I need some me time. So, what the hell? What kind of shuffle was that? Intuition. Trust your intuition. She is always guiding you. Your intuition is always on point. Your highest self always knows what is happening. So really listen and focus in on your intuition. Again, with that, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Your intuition's going to know. You're going to get this feeling in your gut. You might get itchy on your nose. Your ears might ring. Whatever it is that happens to your physical body, where you get that, oh, not a good idea, or that, ooh, I should do this. Listen to it and follow through with it and take action on that. All right, if this reading resonated with you, please make sure, again, that you give me a thumbs up, share this with somebody, subscribe if you're not yet, and then comment too, because it helps the algorithm. And I will catch you guys in a few days with your April predictions. Bye.